What down, family? It's your boy SNTV, back at y'all with another Chiraq Street Legends. And this episode is going to be about none other than Thaddeus Jiminez, aka TJ.
Y'all thought we gonna be over here? We move? It's still that shit. Still that hood.
TJ comes from that Simon City rural set, started up north in the Albany Park neighborhood. They were actually named after Simon's Park off of Drake and Wabansia, and adopted the rural name later on after merging with another set. The rural started off as an all-white set, and they despised blacks and Hispanics. As a matter of fact, rural stood for remembering our young Aryan leader. Ironically, they are mostly Hispanic today. TJ is actually of Polish descent. TJ's dad and uncle were a part of the rural's organization, so that attracted him to the set. But when he was young, his people wouldn't allow him to be a part of the worlds. But still, at about age 9, TJ would decide to get in the streets and start thugging. Drinking, smoking, and skipping school soon became a way of life. Just like he got in the streets at an early age, he would also end up getting jammed up at an early age. In 1993, when he was only 13, TJ would end up being charged with a murder and receiving 50 years, making him the youngest person, man or woman, to be tried and convicted as an adult in the state of Illinois. TJ's case was extremely flawed, yet he still ended up doing 16 years on it. For one, his so-called co-defendant told the police that a whole different person committed the crime with him. For two, the co-defendant also told the police that he had never met TJ, he didn't know who he was, and he had no idea how TJ was even involved. He also gave the police the name and the address of the man that really did the shooting. Thirdly, the father of the co-defendant recorded a conversation that he had with the man that really did the shooting, admitting to everything. He turned it in to the police only a few days after TJ was arrested. Even with all this evidence, the police still charged TJ and another guy with the crime. After 16 years, the Center of Wrongful Convictions at Northwest University will end up getting him exonerated.
It's probably the highlight of my legal career. It was the culmination of 3.5 years of incredibly hard work and a lot of ups and downs, but it was well worth it. It was a phenomenal moment to see him a free man.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! I can't believe it! Oh my god! Oh my god! I can't believe it! Oh baby! Oh my god!
And they will also file a lawsuit against the city and the state, getting TJ a sum total of $25 million. TJ will use the $25 million to try to make the worlds bigger than they ever were. His goal was to expand the game, so he chose to ignore color. If you was down to ride for the worlds, then you were in no matter what. TJ immediately began taking over spots up north and out west. He used a female that he knew to get in with some travelers off Chicago Avenue and Trumbull, and from there he was able to flip some of the younger guys, passing out money at school with the Simon City Royal symbols on it, taking it back to the days when guys had compliment cards, and giving guys $10,000 to flip. He would even let them drive his expensive cars, and a lot of the youngsters started calling themselves Royal Travelers. Oskino, who has a branch named after him, is an example of one of the shorties that got caught up in TJ's web. Oskino actually died because he flipped. It was also said that TJ had the travelers doing hits out of bulletproof whips. TJ's downfall would come in 2015, when he randomly shot Earl Castile in both his legs on camera.
Why should I blast you right now? Why should I blast your pussy ass? Huh?
In August 2015, Thaddeus TJ Jiminez, a wannabe Chicago gang boss with millions of dollars from a wrongful conviction verdict, took aim from his Mercedes convertible and shot a man in the legs as Ave Maria blasted on the car stereo, and an associate caught it on a cell phone video that went viral. On Wednesday, nearly 8 years later, Jiminez pleaded guilty to aggravated battery and was sentenced to 12 years in state prison, wrapping up the last criminal case he faced. It was one of Chicago's longest-standing criminal cases. Of the thousands of people held in the Cook County Jail awaiting trial, the case against Jiminez was among the oldest. He was arrested August 17, 2015, after pulling up to Earl Castile on Belle Plaine Avenue in Irving Park on the northwest side, asking why shouldn't I blast you, and then shooting him in the legs. Jiminez and his passenger, a gang pal, were arrested after Jiminez crashed the car during a police chase. The 2015 shooting case was complicated because Jiminez and passenger Jose Romain were hit with both federal and state charges over the same crime. In 2017, Jiminez was sentenced to 110 months in federal prison and Romain to 87 months after they pleaded guilty in the case to illegal gun possession. Earl Castile would end up suing TJ for $6 million. Then in 2021, he killed his wife and committed suicide before he could receive his $6 million. TJ would end up getting 9 years fed time, and Jose Ramon, who was the cameraman, ended up getting 7. This is easily one of the craziest stories in human history. Why would anyone get $25 million and decide to want to be the biggest gangster to ever walk the earth? It just goes to show you that money don't make you smart, and sometimes that void of wanting to be respected overrules all logic and common sense. It really makes you wonder. And I think that what we can learn from the story of TJ Jiminez is this. A lot of people say that money isn't everything. And in this case, I would definitely agree. TJ got locked up when he was 13 and got out when he was almost 30. He was institutionalized. His mind wasn't ready for that $25 million. He still hadn't grew up. He still wanted to be the biggest, baddest Simon City Royal that ever walked the earth. When in all actuality, that wasn't worth a damn. He took those $25 million and used it to gangbang when he could have used it to do anything or nothing. He could have left Chicago, opened up some businesses, or whatever he wanted to do in life. Or he could have stayed in Chicago and just not did nothing. But the fact that he got out, got the $25 million, and crashed out on candid camera shows you have to have a mindset to go with these things. Because just like you got it, you can easily lose it. And you can lose the most valuable thing that you have. And that's your time. This has been another episode of Chiraq Street Legends. It's your boy, SNTV. I'm out.